Hi guys, welcome back to Irish Footy Vlogs. Welcome to the match review of the FAI Cup Final between Derry City and Shelbourne, where Derry City beat Shelbourne by 4 goals to 0. I waited a few days to do this one, having just done the vlog. Check out the matchday vlog, Derry City and Shelbourne. It was a decent one, I have to say. It was a bit of crack as well. Fair few of the Irish Footy Vlogs gang are in it as well. League of Ireland Tom is in it as well, actually, to be fair. But yeah, anyway, on to the game. Derry City 4, Shelbourne 0, and a couple of days later you can really reflect, can't you, on the game. And if we're honest about it, it's probably the most one-sided FAI Cup final I've ever seen. Very comfortable for Derry, very easy for Derry. It was their playground, I think, on the day, the Aviva Stadium. We spoke in the preview how the experience of Derry might make a big difference on the day, and it definitely made a big difference on the day. They're a much better side, let's be real, than Shelbourne. The league table tells you that. But in the cup final and games, you know, when two teams play each other, that sometimes doesn't show. And it didn't show in a lot of the league games this year, to be fair, including Shelbourne winning at the Brandywell. But I do think Shelbourne, I think they froze on the day, if I'm honest with you. I do think they froze on the day. Many of their players seem to struggle with the occasion. And let's be real, it was over half time. You felt when Derry went 2-0 up, it was definitely over. McGonigal scoring after 18 minutes, a brilliant ball from McElhenney onto Graydon's foot, but he takes it inside. That first touch is brilliant. Plays it into the box. McGonigal peels away, and a decent shot into the corner to make it 1-0. McJannet scores then in 35 minutes when good play by Duffy. Was too easy though, in my opinion. And Derry got a few players into the box, to be fair, and including the left back McJannet, who made that diagonal switch into the box, and obviously made it 2-0. And that was it at half time. Honestly, you felt like the game was over at half time. And there's a load of advertisements coming up on my screen here for some reason. But anyway, Black Friday. Yeah, so you felt the game was over at half time, to be honest with you. And, you know, you thought, would Shelbourne get a spell in the second half, maybe, where even if it was a case of Derry maybe taking it easy and sitting back a little bit, but they never even had a spell, did they, Shelbourne? That's the disappointing thing. In a game like that, it's always disappointing when you just don't turn up on the day. And Shelbourne will be disappointed. I think not that they lost, but more that they would have felt like they didn't give Derry a game. Let's be real. On the day, and they never had a spell. I don't even remember them having a 5-minute spell of pressure. A couple of shots just sailed over the bar, and that in the second half, and nothing really there. So from their point of view, on the day, it was a disappointment, I think. But you know, let's be real, they did well to get to the final, and their objective was complete. It was a bonus if they won the cup. For me, I said in the preview, I think, or May said in the vlog, I can't remember, but that Derry, you felt like Derry kind of had to win in many ways to really, I don't know, Shamrock Rovers have won 3 titles in a row. They won the cup before that. You just felt that Derry needed to get a cup win. Silverware. Higgins, for the club, for the players, etc. And you know, on the day, McElhenney and Duffy, those two players I talked about, and they really play like they played the game like they were out on the Sunday playing a 5-a-side, didn't they? And Shelbourne just kind of stood off them, particularly McElhenney, I felt as well. Gave him a lot of time on the ball, and look, McElhenney will just play around you very comfortably. There's 3 players like that in the league that'll do that: Jack Byrne, McElhenney, and Chris Forrester. All very good at it, to be fair. And in the second half, obviously, McJannet makes it 2-0, corner kick, Duffy plays in, and McAniff right at the end scores a penalty, came on as a sub and scored a penalty to make it 4. And really, the 4-0 didn't flatter Derry. You even felt like Derry had a few more gears if they needed to go to. Duffy hit the bar with a brilliant effort in the second half as well. And it was a game whereby Derry City probably didn't expect it to be that easy. I'd say they felt they knew at half time the game was won, and there was no nerves on their part. To have that experience, as I said, Mark Connolly at the back and that kind of thing as well. And Shelbourne just struggled all over the park, to be honest with you, in every facet of the game. Very difficult to pick out individuals. It was just one of those, a complete malfunction on the day. I think the players froze, as I said, a little bit as well. The likes of Sean Boyd was isolated. And in the Aviva, I've said that before, in the Aviva, when you do have that type of player up front, it's very important to try and support them. And they found it difficult to do that on the day. So they did, and Derry just played round them and won the game comfortably. It's a massive achievement still for Derry City because, you know, you look at their season second. Okay, good bit off Rovers, to be honest, but second and get a cup win. And you do feel that they can kick on because they have a lot of players. Most of their players are under contract. There's a couple of bits and pieces they look at in their squad to see where they can improve. And they'll have that hunger element next season. Next season, though, there'll be a bit more pressure on them maybe to go and challenge Shamrock Rovers. I think there will be. But for now, you know, they got to be delighted with their season, delighted with that. Duff, whereas he'll be disappointed, there's no doubt about it. It's not a case of major disappointment from a Shelbourne point of view. As I said before, major disappointment is the fact that they just didn't turn up on the day at all, because they're capable of giving Derry a game, even though Derry are a better side. When they play their best, Shelbourne, they're very hard to break down. They're very well organised, and they're one of the most structured teams in the league. Work very hard off the ball. Everyone knows their job. There's no passengers in the team when they're at their best. Be interested to see what they do next year, who they get in and that kind of thing, and if they can, you know, not necessarily kick on, like, you know, it's a case of who they get in, to be honest. But you know, even sometimes kicking on can be staying more or less in the same position where you are. It depends. It really does. It depends what clubs do in the off season, etc. Shelbourne have to establish themselves in the Premier Division first. Let's be real. You need to do that over a few seasons, and they haven't done that for a long time, to be honest. But yeah, there were a lot of good players in the day for Derry. Man of the match, I know McJanet was given man of the match. I know that, but he was given it because he could score 2 goals, to be honest with you, defender scoring 2 goals. But I really think McElhenney was the man that made them tick. And the likes of McElhenney, they don't get man of the matches, you know what I mean, too often, because they make it look so easy. A lot of players aren't capable of doing what they do. The likes of McElhenney, the way he can control the game, beat a press, not give the ball away, play decisive balls, all that kind of thing. It looks like it's a simple job, but it's only a simple job to players who are capable of doing it. I thought he was very good. Duffy was very good. Ryan Graydon, definitely, he was up there as well for me. They were the best 3, actually, in my opinion. Ryan Graydon was definitely up there. And he came in, obviously, from Longford, and a bit inconsistent at Longford and Bray, you'd have to say he was. So, you know, he's improving as a player, and obviously the big decision today for me would have been Graydon or Kavanagh. So the decision was right, although I still think if Kavanagh played, there wouldn't have been major difference, to be honest with you. But yeah, it was an interesting final, because it was one of those, unlike last year where it was tense and it went to, you know, 0-0 and it went to extra time and penalties. This was kind of the polar opposite. And, you know, you were watching the game knowing it was, I thought that when Derry got the first goal, that was probably it. When the second goal went in, I felt that was definitely it. But yeah, well done to Derry City, basically. I'll end it there, really, and commiserations to Shelbourne. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, guys. What did you think of the game as a Shelbourne fan? What did you think of the game as a Derry fan? What did you think of the game as a neutral? Who were the best players in the day? I'll just say for Shelbourne, I thought their best player, by the way, was A. Dervin. I thought he battled well in the middle of the park. Sometimes he was battling alone, I felt, in many ways, and I think he was a bit disappointed when he was taken off. I can understand that, but I thought he was their best player. But I'll leave it there, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, please. Check out the vlog if you get the chance. Hit your bell notification button so you don't miss a video, and please like the video, give it a thumbs up if you like the content. Thanks for watching again. Appreciate it, guys. See you later.